Oh, hey. Good morning. How you doing today? Oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday, and here I am, your party artist, here to help you have fun, learn a little bit about art, and a little bit about being well in the Niagara area. And you know what? Wellness was always a big thing here in Niagara. I remember back in the day when they had the Welland Hotel, where I guess they used to have spas down in the basement, and they used to have all kinds of wellness things down in the St. Catharines area. Now they don't. Now they've got a lot of parking shed places, and they have a lot of old buildings being torn down. But you know what? Neither here nor there. It's all about wellness today. And you know what? I do miss wandering around in the downtown area of St. Catharines sometimes. It did really have a nice historic meaning. Now, a lot of things have changed, as you can pretty well like everywhere that you go nowadays, everything's not the same as it used to be, as people will tell you, it's not the same as it was. Yeah, no, it's not the same as it was. A lot of things have changed, especially in the last 4 years. And you know what? You really learn to appreciate your past, especially when you think of what the future might hold. It's like, gee, well, at least I got to experience something before everything went to shit. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. Everything's not going to go to shit. I promise. I promise. Well, I can't promise that everything's not going to get worse before it gets better, but it usually there is a better time, and there is a good time and a bad time. We all go through it, and this is what it is for being here on June 26th for Wellness Wednesday. And today we're going to talk about a few things about being well, about treating yourself good and being good to you. Because it's important, especially when you're an artist and you feel a little down because nobody's buying your art. Nobody is letting you know about anything going on. Nobody, has been contacting you or subscribing. you know, and things like that really do help, and it makes everybody a little bit more mindful of what's going on in the world too. Like, I can only get little parts of everything, so I only know little bits of the story, but I need a little bit of response from everybody so that we can get the full story. And Wellness Wednesday, of course, can be just as good or even better than some places that you go for a lot of information. Who knows? In the meantime, we're going to talk about wellness, and I have a few things to tell you about. So it's just different benefits that you can get from a Wellness Wednesday, say. So if you come here, Kimmy's usually doing some art. Yes, I love to do art. I do have my book here full of all kinds of art, and I always keep it handy just in case I come up with ideas while I'm trolling through the internet, trolling, or while I'm scrolling, or while I'm perusing and stalking Brad Pitt. You know what? I talk about him constantly. It's like it doesn't matter. He's never going to know. But it's just fun because it's a poke on myself, and I tell people all the time, don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm just poking at myself because I know, I'm having that moment where it's like, it would really be good if I could, do this, do that, do that. Blah. All I need is a little bit of this to get me where I'm going, because I got big plans, especially with Luna Sparkles. I've been talking about Luna Sparkles with you guys. Yeah, But it's Wellness Wednesday. Yeah, and I don't want to get off topic. Wellness Wednesday is a wonderful theme for my YouTube channel, because I know there's a lot of people who talk about what to do to get well, but here we kind of go a little bit deeper. Okay, I like to talk about it because I realized, especially I have a I had a mom that was disabled, and she was in a lot of homes, and I learned from going to all these different places that a lot of people just need a little bit more connection. They need to be kind of talked to, kind of try and understand where they're coming from. Now, a lot of people are at that point where it's too far to reach them. Like, it's already like, but if you can just, you know, be an ear for somebody that needs an ear, or a company to somebody who's lonely. I even have another thing to tell you about too. Yeah, we just had recently in our neighborhood, we have a lady who's senile. She's living in her home. She's been living there for next to forever. She's a great lady. I don't know I don't know her name, but I know to wave at her because she's been there forever, ever since I've been here. And just yesterday. our power went out, and while the power was out, the lady that I'm telling you about, she went missing. Her care worker couldn't find her. I guess the alarm had gone off on her little unit that she has. Now it could have been because of the power outage. It could have went off just for that reason. But there was a whole bunch of people at her place, and she was nowhere to be found. It was only afterwards, say about a half an hour or more, that she finally came home, and they were a little bit, where were you? We didn't get la. And it's like, oh my gosh, there's so many people. Like even the neighborhood was asking, are you okay? Have you seen her? And we were very concerned. My hubby was extremely concerned. He says, this isn't right. You think you live in a good neighborhood, and you don't even know what your neighbors are doing sometimes. And it's true. We used to be one of those kind of societies where we used to keep in touch with our neighbors and say hello, and I try to. I used to work at the local Avondale, and when the power went out, I talked to one of the ladies that works there, and well, of course, the power was out there. So I went and we had a chat and discussed what actually was going on. Because if I didn't go there, I wouldn't have known that there was a guy who uh, was knocking down a tree and tore out the hydro lines, and that's why the power went out. Well, that's what the rumor was, anyways, over it. And that's where you go. You go to the rumor mill. You go to your local corner store and hang out there, find out what's going on with people, because that's the only way you're going to know, right? People like to gather there. I know. I used to work there. So yeah, and you know what? Wellness Wednesday, it's good to know not just about how well you're doing, but think about your neighbor once in a while, because I saw her later on, and I know that she's all fine, but I'm sure she was like very happy to know that there's a lot of people concerned about her well-being. And I'm like for anybody, like I want to make sure everybody's well. I am concerned for your well-being. All 57 of you, that are here. I think about, this is great. I don't know any of that. Well, I know some of you, but I don't know a lot of you. And a lot of you, I'd probably be very fascinated to learn your background stories. And if you want to talk to me, leave me a message in the comments about, your life and what it took for you to get to where you are today. Are you happy where you are? Are you mindful of the things that are around you? What makes you tick? I'm always curious. I'm very curious, especially when I get new subscribers, and I want to just say, you know what? I'm very grateful. I appreciate it. Is there something about me that reflects on you, or vice versa? I hope so. And okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that are kind of important, maybe to make you feel less lonely in the world. Because I know that's the thing. I find that there's a lot of lonely people in the world, and you can have a million friends and have all the things in the world. But if you're feeling lonely, if you feel like you're alone in the world, I mean, there's nothing that's going to make you happy. There's nothing that's going to turn that frown upside down. You know what I mean? And as a clown, I used to do that quite often, try to get everybody to turn the frown upside down. So here's some practices that I might suggest to you to kind of help you. If this helps at all, let me know too. Okay. So first thing I want to talk about is practices for for your stress, to kind of reduce your stress. People do all kinds of different things. A very important thing to do to reduce a lot of stress, and a lot of people don't like it, is exercise. Yes, and even for myself, it's important to exercise. The last couple of days, I've been working out a little bit harder. My back's been bothering me, but I'm pushing through it, and lately things have been improving. So I keep going, and my back's getting better, and I'm sleeping better, which is good because sleep is very important. The things that you do that don't seem a lot to you really do actually mean quite a bit. And I'm sorry about my hair sticking up. Like I say, I come here and my hair just does what it wants to do. Okay. So let me just straighten it out. Oh, I know it's pretty corny. I'll fix it before I go. Anyways, yeah, I got to go early today too. So early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, so yes, mindful practices of stress reduction. Yeah, like knowing to breathe, knowing to not to panic. Just relax. It's okay. The benefits of journaling. Now, there's something else that's also good. If you have something that's going on, I have this one book that my sister got me called what's it called? Oh, let me find it. Hold on, give me a second. I'll find it for you. This is the what do they call it? The uh, Dramatic pause. Yeah, this is the dramatic pause of the show. Hold on. This is how dramatic pause goes. Okay, so this is the wellness book that I got. Hold on. It just makes your life a little lighter when you can play around with a few ideas. How do I look? I haven't done my exercises yet this morning, but I'm trying. I'm trying to keep nice and in shape. I hope you like my shape. I like my shape. I think it's pretty good for a 54-year-old. Anyways, this this book helps me just to kind of calm down. And this is, it's a mindful book too. It's called. Well, I'll just show you, and you can. Yeah, it's such a good thing to have, and I put a lot of things in this book too. Yeah, a lot of people will be like, "You better not wrote anything about me in that book." Yes, I have. I wrote about a lot of people in this book, including Brad Pitt. Yes. All right. So it makes you laugh. Just even the words. I'm just like, yeah, okay. That makes it so much easier to get through the day when you're thinking, yeah. We know. Don't we know? We should know, right? Okay, so yeah, better journaling. Journal, you can put all kinds of stuff in here. And it gives you like, I'll give you a blank page so you can see what it says. Like, I wish sometimes I was an octopus so I could slap 8 people at once. So stuff like that, and this is always like, I'm lucky. I feel lucky today. I proud I didn't, and today I'm happy I did, and other stuff. And you can make your own little lists and stuff. I love this, and it's journaling, and it just makes you feel goofy when you put stuff in there, and it makes you feel happy. Now, see, that's the thing. You got to turn that frown upside down. So there's the thing to do. Journaling is very important, especially when you can laugh about it and look back at it and laugh about it too. Yeah, because there's a lot of silliness in the world, more so now than there used to be. So that's why this is very beneficial. Along with this, like, you could draw caricatures of, like, people, places, things that get on your nerves, and it makes you feel better too, right? Let's see. Like I say, I've done like like little Canadian beaver, that kind of thing. I do, do stuff like uh, make like caricatures and things like that, like things that make you feel like, just gets your stress levels down, right? That's important. Okay. Oh, okay. Journaling. Okay, so self-care routines for summer skin. For summer skin, you know what you got to do? You got to get outdoors. You got to get out there and let that vitamin B just soak into your skin. Yes, sunlight or vitamin D. It soaks into your skin and it feels really good. Don't wear any sunscreen. I don't know what they've been telling you, but don't put sunscreen on, because sunscreen is a chemical. Why would you want to put chemicals on your body? When you're getting hot, when you get too much sun, get out of the sun. It's really simple. Just go in the shade. don't don't overdo it in the sun. When you're turning red. Yeah, okay, it's time to get out of the sun. Like, don't go in the sun. Like, use your logic. I don't know. A lot of people, want to use chemicals. Now, chemicals are something that goes into your skin. This is one of the biggest organs on your body. This goes into your liver, and then it expels out your liver. Now that means that your liver could end up getting toxic. Now, I mean, low doses, if you're only putting it on certain places, maybe not so bad. I don't have a skincare routine for summertime. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry. What I usually do is I wash my face. Usually, I don't even use soap. Sometimes I just, when I go to go on my face, I don't pull on my face. Here's the thing. I know that I noticed that some people, they pull on their face and everything starts to come down. Don't pull on your face. This is what you do. Okay, so when you get out of the shower or whatever, when you're done, you pat your face. If you want to keep your not so much wrinkles. I got wrinkles, I don't care. And you pat your face. I'm 54, and this is what I usually do. I just pat my face down and let kind of like air dry if you want to, kind of thing. Sometimes if I'm using, I try to get rid of all the makeup on my face. I use makeup remover, and I just put it lightly. I like on my fingertips and just kind of smooth it in and then wipe across my face where I need to remove it very lightly because I don't want to, you pull on your face and it just starts to fall. So as you see, you don't want to keep pulling on your face. You just want to if you get out of the shower, you just kind of go up and over. And things just kind of go, and you pull this way and your eyebrows will go up this way. My hubby, he pulls on his face down like this, and of course now his eyebrows that used to be up here are now down here, and it looks like when he goes like this, it looks like his eyes are kind of hoodie. Now I feel when I'm washing my face like this lately that I can feel in here, and I know I got a lot of extra skin on the top of my eyes lately, and that's why it kind of looks like I got a little bit of like I have that hooded look on my eyes. Well, I mean, you get older. I mean, that's why everything falls down. Anyways, it's gravity. You can't stop it. You just got to kind of go with it, and that's why As I was thinking, sometimes those little roly balls. You can put those roly balls on your face. It'll feel good at least. But I don't suggest oil of old lady for anybody. I don't think that stuff does anything. It maybe moistens your face, if you want to keep it nice and moist, that's good. That might work for you. That's good. So, but I don't like to have a moist face. I like to have my normal natural skin and my crazy hair. Yeah, so that's my skin routine. That's what I usually do. So, okay, and nutrition tips for boosting your energy. Okay, so say you're feeling a little bit low and you have a little spike of caffeine and that's not really doing it for you. What I would maybe suggest is rather than eating something, move your body a little bit more, and your energy levels you'll find will go up as you move your body. Now, I know it pains you to kind of like go from a slow to a fast, but sometimes that's the way it's got to go. It's the only way that your body like gets into the gears. Like you gotta, okay, let's get at it, and then you feel better. Now, everybody's different. So, I mean, what I do is different from what you might want to do, that kind of thing. And it's important to have good energy levels, especially when you're working and you want to keep your brain functioning and you want to keep sharp and very very keen on what's going on around you, of course. So it's very very good when you eat, make sure that you have a nutritious breakfast. So that includes like having bacon and eggs and sausage and having like lots of eggs, lots of protein, and you know, uh, drink a coffee. I mean, have some cream with your coffee, and that'll kind of make it a little sweeter. Yeah, get rid of the sugars, make your own sugar, and you'll actually start burning your fat too, which is kind of neat. So that's what you do. All right, so now we talked about body. Now let's talk about a little bit of health. Setting healthy boundaries, and that includes not just with people, and it also includes like boundaries for, say, what you eat. Say you have an addiction to sugar like we all do. Trying to keep that at a minimum and just eating as well as you possibly can. I mean, I can tell you all the things that I do to try and not eat as much sugar, which is usually I just eat really well to the point where I'm full and I don't get hungry. It's just like I'm just full, and I don't find that I want to eat anything else. I'm good. Yeah, and and that's my healthy boundary when it comes to food. I just like, if I'm not hungry, if I don't have any temptations, if I see chocolate, if it's ever nearby me, of course, if I want one bad enough, I'm gonna have one. I was told by a priest once, the great way to not be tempted is to just do it. Just do it, get it over with, and that way you're not tempted by it. And that's what it is. Like, if you want the chocolate bad enough, have the chocolate. But just, don't go crazy and gorge yourself with chocolate because, when you're told you're not supposed to, that's when you crave it and you're like, oh, well, people tell me I can't, but I'm going to do it anyways, that kind of thing. You got to kind of, you know, it's your healthy boundaries there too. You got to kind of think about that. You got to think of where you're setting your goals, where you want to be, what you want you to look like, what you want to feel like. If you want to feel good, you have to kind of keep those healthy boundaries going. And even though if you might slip once in a while, that's okay, because you're not racing and competing against anybody except for yourself. So you don't have anybody to blame. Right. All right. So, importance of doing some relaxing yoga. Now, you'd be surprised. You think, well, okay, I'm not really getting my heart rate going, but what you're doing is you're actually working your muscles, and working the muscles is just as good, because you when you do cardio, you're working your heart muscle. But when you do stretching, when you do bending, and when you do a little bit of posing there, you're actually working all the muscles of your body, and your body is getting a good workout. So, which I didn't realize before, because I was like, cardio is the thing, because you got to get your cardio up. If you don't got cardio, you mean no. Cardio is okay. You got to get your muscle going. You got to get your muscle strength. And I still, yesterday, I'll give you a case in point. Yesterday, we got this really heavy pan, and the power went out. So we were using a hot plate to kind of cook everything. So now I have to kind of hold on to this heavy pan. And while I'm stirring the eggs, I'm lifting it because I don't want it to get any hotter, because it doesn't really have a control where you can lower or raise the heat. It's at the lowest it can possibly go before it goes out. So, okay. So, anyways, what we're going to be doing, what I did is I just kind of up and I stirred everything, and I put it down. But afterwards, my hand was like, and I know it's just because I don't have enough arm strength, and I know it's something that I have to work on. So we all have things that we have to work on, and that would be fun. I think it would be a great thing to kind of do, to kind of get more strength going, doing the exercises to kind of, yeah. And you know what? I finally I got the weights now. And now that I'm kind of been doing a little bit more understanding of how the whole carnivore diet works, how nutrition works, how the whole gamut of being well, body, mind, and soul, you got to do it, right? Because it would make it so much fun. Life would be so much more fun, I should say. How do I get rid of this? Um, yes. Yeah, I'm working Sunday. Shoot. So again, I get to have no fun with people. Frank was just asking me if I wanted to do something. I can't, because I'm working. I work all the time. All right, so let's continue, because yeah, I do. I work all the time. How to prioritize sleep for better well being? Well, like I say, we got a new mattress, so my well being has been a little bit off lately, but now it's been improving because finally getting used to my mattress. So yeah, this just threw me right off topic. Okay, yeah. So wellness when you sleep, either. No, no. Anyways, he wants me to party. I can't party, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't party. Am I working? Yeah, I work. I work all the time. Okay, so prioritize sleep. Yes. Okay. Natural remedies for managing anxiety. Well, I have a few things that I use to manage anxiety very well. And some of them I can mention, you know, relaxation with something like nice to drink, like something cold, and something like that's refreshing, usually makes you feel better. Um, Natural remedies, ginger is a great thing to do. Having a chocolate, it improves your mood too. Because sometimes you got to treat yourself. You really do. Yeah, it does suck. I know. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Sorry. He's talking to me. Yeah. I can't party all the time. I gotta work. Sometimes we work, work happens. I gotta do that. Okay. As much as I love having a good time and partying with everybody, you know what? You know what I have in my account right now? $100. Yeah. I'll let you know a little secret. I'm broke. So, this is how it works. I have to work. So, yeah, because if I don't, I can't pay my bills. And if I can't pay my bills, I don't get to live. And if I don't live, well, then other people suffer too. That's the way it goes. And that's what living can be like. If you don't work, you're not going to see benefits of anything. So you have to work. And even though it pains me that it's not a job that I'd rather be doing, like doing art animation, what I'm doing here, helping you guys improve your life, I still have to get out there and improve my own. So I take my own, what I say, I take to into account. I really do, because like even when I ask the tarot cards, oh my gosh, am I going to be like, I need help. And I need that we all need a little bit of this. We all need a lot of that to get by lately, because it just seems like a lot of people don't have a lot to go by. And you know what? We're all just kind of doing the best we can, right? That's it. And if you're not doing the best you can, you better start doing something good for somebody, because what you're doing is you're taking up space. And no, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Because we all have our purpose here. And there's no waste of space here. I'm here. I'm important. You're here. You're important. We're all very, very loved, and we are, and it's true. Even though there'd be times when we'd be at our lowest, we think, oh, nobody cares, nobody loves us. Yeah, there is somebody out there that cares and loves you. And I know if it isn't anybody, if you're just looking at me and going, yeah, yeah, I love you, I really do. But it comes down to it, we all need a little bit. And if you're watching and you subscribe, I'm glad you're doing it. So yeah, I love you for it. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's no problem. Now, I mean, we try and keep it as positive as possible. I mean, with what's going on in the economy, what's going on in society, what's going on in just some people's personal lives with the health issues and things like that. This is why I do Wellness Wednesday. And I come here and I try to, even though I might not be doing my best, I can try and push somebody else to do their best for their own sake. I try to do mine for my own sake too. I'm trying as hard as I can, getting my business going. Uh, Niagara art parties, partying with paint. I love that. But I love partying with you. And if you need a commissioned painting or a commissioned thing, you know what? Somebody asked me before. They was like, "Oh, you can do me." You know what? I can do those things for you, but really what really would motivate me to do things for you is if you gave me a deposit of some sort, so that I could feel like now I have an obligation to do something for you. When I don't have anybody giving me any kind of like support of some sort, I don't feel like I have any hurry to get stuff done. Now the thing that I'm doing with Luna Sparkles is like my own thing, so that I can just, so I don't have a full time job. At least I am doing my own business, where I am doing with the knowledge that I know, an idea to get me ahead further when it comes to, if anybody needs ideas for a cartoon series. I can at least say, yeah, I got one. I got something that maybe, if you like the idea, it might work for you. We're all looking for that next big idea that will send us into the good life. We're all after the good life, and some people can do it without even trying. Some people, like myself, get stuck in an eddy and have to just keep on pushing. And I just keep on pushing as best as I can. And I hope that this helps. I hope this maybe helps somebody out there. Even if anything, it helps me to realize that I have to push even harder, because nobody's going to do it for me. I have to do it for myself. And I'm telling you, nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. And you know what? If you want to get good at something, practice makes perfect. And that's the one thing that I'm doing. And I've got to practice what I preach. and I'm going to be moving myself forward with everything that I try here. And I hope you do the same, because that's all I can hope for. I can, like I said, I can tell people, I can show you the door. There's the door. That it's you that has to walk through it. It's you that has to go through. It's the experience, and I hope you have a great experience. And I hope this has been a great experience today. I mean, this has really caught me off guard with a little bit of like, I never get to go and have fun with family anymore because I'm always working. And that's the way it goes, because you know what? Yeah, we're all broke at some level, and I'm very broke. So, and with that in mind, keep in mind that you're not so alone out there with what you go through, but you gotta have, it's all in your attitude, right? So as my mama would say, peace, oh brother, with a little bit added. And as I say about me and Brad Pitt being so good, oh man, I can't stand it sometimes. Well, I I am me. I do the best I can. Oh, yeah. Like I can't wait. Okay, now I'm done.